LeBron has been basketball's biggest star for the past decade plus. But this summer, a new James has risen to the spotlight. And if Bronny keeps up this pace, he and his dad could make history. What's good, everybody? Bronny James has been all over social media this summer, as he and his AAU team, the North Coast Blue Chips, have dominated the competition, looking like a varsity high school team playing in their middle school league. I mean, they got a dude taller than LeBron, and another one dunking like LeBron, and he's coming off the bench. And that's not even the craziest part. The craziest part is that Bronny, who's earning millions of views on every Ball is Life highlight reel, and now making headlines on every sports talk show, isn't even the highest ranked player on their team. This kid, Mikey Williams, is. And he's actually the #1 player in their entire class. But Bronny ain't that far behind, currently sitting at number 10 in the class. And I don't think it would surprise anybody if he starts rising up that list sooner rather than later. I mean, the kid's already dunking at 5'10", 13 years old. Just wait till he finishes puberty. That's a scary thought. In the current social media dominated world, Bronny just might be the most hyped up son of an NBA star of all time. I mean, people thought it was crazy that LeBron was making waves since he was 15, 16. Well, Bronny has literally been in the spotlight since he was a toddler. And it's only getting brighter now that he's actually balling on a serious level. Now, we've seen these stories before, and let's be honest, they've pretty much never ended well. From Marcus and Jeffrey Jordan, to Luke Walton, to Tim Hardaway Jr., the children of NBA stars have almost never even developed into solid NBA players, let alone live up to their father's legacy. Don't get me wrong, there are guys like Steph and Kobe who are sons of NBA players, but Del Curry and Jellybean Bryant were not stars in this league. If you really look at things, Klay Thompson is the one exception in league history. And his dad, Michael Thompson, though a great player, was obviously nowhere near LeBron in terms of ability or height. But, granted, it's still extremely early. It does look like Bronny James just might break that cycle. Now, of course, it's very unlikely that he's as good as his dad, or even really close to as good. But that should never be an expectation for the kid. I mean, in the history of basketball, there's been one player who's considered to be better than LeBron. And a lot of people would even dispute that. Point is, regardless of whether or not it's LeBron's son, nobody should expect any young player to be LeBron James. Unfortunately, Bronny, who is literally the second coming of LeBron, as in his name is literally LeBron James Jr., has pretty much no choice but to bear that burden. And there's no doubt he'll be put under a microscope and criticized more and more as he gets older. But as a 13-year-old kid playing the way he is, and who has already had visits to Duke University, I think we can be confident that Bronny will be great in his own right. And actually, there's a good chance those visits aren't even necessary. Because it's starting to look more and more likely that the NBA will be getting rid of the one-and-done requirement for as early as the year 2021. If that's the case, Bronny will be draft eligible after his senior year in 2023, just 5 years from now. In other words, LeBron's dream of playing against his son in the NBA may not be far-fetched at all. I mean, LeBron's been an Iron Man throughout his entire career, and he puts millions of dollars every year into maintaining his body. So, especially with the new 4-year contract he just inked with the Lakers, there's no reason to believe that the King isn't around in 5 or even 6 years if Bronny does end up going to college. So if everything works out the way it should, not only could Bronny and Bron be the best father-son duo in NBA history, they could also be the first to play against each other in the league. You can already see the headlines, man. Prince James takes on the King for the crown. I know I'm getting ahead of myself, and I don't want to put any extra pressure on the kid, but I think that's something any basketball fan would die to see. That's all I got for this one, guys. If you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.